What up, mixed reactions? It's Wednesday, March 11th, 2026. It is Ian, Justin, and Casey. How you doing today, Casey?
Boy, oh boy, has there been some free agency frenzy to discuss.
Amen. What about you, Justin?
Free agency frenzy is an understatement. Uh, Free agency frenzy. Kobe's record getting topped. I mean, and
And some shady business dealings by some certain NFL franchises.
shady and complacency by Team USA.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. And we're absolutely going to talk about the NFL free agency because wow, are they making some splashes, but let's not act like Bam Adebayo didn't score 83 points against the Washington Wizards. I woke up. My friend had texted me when he was at 81, and then ESPN'd it, and I saw it, and then you guys fucking grouped. I Googled it like twice today just to make sure I wasn't tripping.
What do you make of it that, yes, obviously he scored 83, but when you watch it in the context of the game, and I don't want to be that guy that's downing on a record, downing on all the fun, but when you watch it in the context of the game, obviously there's a lot of intentional fouling to get Bam more opportunities. He took 40 plus free throws in the game.
43.
Kobe only took about what, 22, I believe it
Yeah, I
was.
saw that earlier. Yeah, like 20 something.
Yeah. So do you, in your opinion, does that diminish what Bam did last night?
I wouldn't say it diminishes, but you also don't necessarily have to be upset by putting an asterisk on it because yeah, he scored 83 points, but look how he had to do it.
I mean, if I'm
40
not
plus free
mistaken,
throws. Yeah.
I can go look up Wilt's stats. I'm pretty sure Wilt shot a fuck ton of free throws as well. I mean, Bam did drain, I think, 36 of them. He drained quite a few. I mean,
I'm looking at his stat line right now. He was 20 of 43 from the field.
he didn't even shoot 50%.
No,
No.
and he was 7 of 22 from three. He shot a ridiculous amount of free 3 point shots.
How many free throws did he shoot?
Let me check that. For free throws, he was 36 of 43.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think it cheapens it necessarily for me. I don't know, man. I mean, 83 is 83. Were they force feeding him at the end of the game? Yeah. I mean, he was getting to the line. They were just fouling the shit out of him.
He was the only one
Um,
shooting.
Yeah,
yeah, I
he
mean,
was the only one,
and they
especially
went
towards the
how
end of the game.
and they went how long on that game without double teaming him? I still think Kobe's 81 is more impressive, but I mean, people were pissed. Did you guys see at Staples Center when they announced it, or at the crypto, people were booing?
Yeah,
Well,
of
yeah,
course they were.
because it was Kobe's record for the last, what, 15 years, 20 years?
2006.
20. Yeah, 20 years.
Jeez.
Now, this is one of those records, though, that in 10 to 15 years, nobody's going to remember how it got broken or the reason that it got broken. They're
True.
just going to remember that Bam scored 83.
Yeah, it's just going to be it's going to be the record book. What is the most, how many points scored in the most games
That's
since
why we
Wilt
got to
100?
That's why we got to keep the discussion alive. It's not the same. I'm just playing, man. I don't really get. He do scored 83. They won the game.
He scored
It's
83. That's what it boils down to.
yeah. He scored 83
Long story
points.
short. It was
Um,
ugly how he had to get him. He had 38 free throws, but whose fault is it? That's not exactly his fault.
I
Yeah, I mean, no, it's not his fault per se. Like, I don't put any fault of this onto Bam, but you could tell, obviously, especially towards the latter half of the fourth quarter, it was Miami's mission to get Bam the ball, get whistles, and get him as many attempts as possible.
True, because again, as I said this in the chat earlier, if he hit even six more of those 3 point shots, he breaks Wilt's record.
Yeah.
he had 70
He
with
said
9 minutes left.
he went what, 7 for 22, you said, from the three?
7 for 22 from three.
He had
Yeah.
31 in the first quarter too.
Yeah.
The I don't know, man. And like to me, it's not a huge thing. Like Casey said, actually made a good point. In 15 years, nobody's gonna. They're just gonna see it up there. And honestly, I don't think in 15 years that's going to be the second highest point total. It's really hard for me to see us going. There's okay because Kobe had in like the mid 2000s, he had 62 after
I don't know,
after.
man. 83 is a lot. I'm not saying you're wrong that it won't get broken in 15 years, but
It's
if
gonna
I
have
had
to
to,
be against a team like the Wizards or some crap team where they
yes,
just give up a ton of points to one guy. It's not, and it's gonna have to be against a team that's a one trick pony.
yes,
Because you're not going to get an 80-point game from like a Celtics team with Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum are both playing. You're not. You
no.
might get one out of Jokic, maybe. You could get one out of Giannis, in theory. In theory,
Curry.
I think Giannis's better days are behind him by a lot. Um,
Um,
but
I don't know about if Giannis's better days are behind him. I mean, especially when he's healthy, he
his
still.
MVP days are behind him.
I'm not going to say that yet about Giannis.
That's
He's
okay. Agree to disagree. I think he's that window has closed in the last year.
I hear you there. I get where you're coming from. I disagree, but I understand your point.
How many
I
points
still,
did? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I still think Giannis is a top five player in basketball.
Oh, he still is. I just don't think he is an he's not he can't he shouldn't be in the MVP conversation outside unless he's actually proving it. Because right now he's only in the conversation by reputation.
If for this year, yeah, I feel you there. I get it.
Did Miami score 150 last night?
They did.
That's insane. You know, I was watching it was some it's like a YouTube video of some like AAU game. Is it AAU game 8 minute quarters, bro? It was like 113 to 110.
That's
Who
ridiculous.
is nobody even trying to play defense?
No,
That's
not at that point.
insane,
At that
bro.
point, no, they're not. They don't care. It's like the All Star game where it was
Exactly.
like 213 to 210.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, it's that
my whole life I wanted to see 200 get put on the scoreboard, then I saw it and it was fucking disgusted. Like that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, this last one was pretty good, bro, but we don't I don't know, man. The NBA All-Star game is dead. Speaking of dead, USA might be dead in the water tonight in baseball, man, if Mexico wins. We lost to Italy. You know they put on Armani suits and drink espresso after they hit a home run. It's been fun, the World Baseball Classic.
I was sipping
the
a
World Baseball
Tijuana
Classic has been pretty fun. I've been watching a good portion of that, and it's an entertaining watch.
the World Baseball Classic. This year is what it was supposed to be from the start,
Hmm.
and I think it's going. It's this the World Baseball Classic has is basically what Major League Baseball has needed for years to revitalize the sport in the world and U.S. Americans' eyes. It's also maybe that players are catching on to the importance of it, much like the NBA is catching on with the NBA Cup, which I think is a fantastic, which is growing on the NBA, and they actually give a damn about it.
Yeah,
I would like to see the NFL have something similar, if at all possible, like again where the Pope Pro Bowl game actually meant something at one point. Um, or I'm not sure about the NHL if they have. I'm unfortunately I don't pay attention to the NHL enough to know if they like the skills competition is still really looked at or favored or thought of.
right.
But I mean, I'll tell you, going back in the early 2000s and late 90s, I loved watching the slapshot competition, like who could hit the shot the
Oh,
hardest.
of course. Yeah, yeah. And I used to love the skills competition in the NBA, like no other. That used to be my favorite part of the weekend.
Nah.
Um,
With the bounce passes and all that shit. Nah, that was never my favorite part. I liked it, but it was never my favorite. It
For
was
me,
the dunk
that was the dunk
contest.
contest. Yeah,
Let's keep it real. It
but
was the
part of
dunk
and then
contest.
that
baseball, the
hold on,
home run
that's
derby.
part of this. That's part of the skills competition.
Oh,
The
okay.
whole night. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
you
Like,
mean like All-Star Saturday night?
Yes,
yes,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
you had the actual skills, and then you had the dunk contest later on.
and the 3 point shootout, like it was all. I loved all of that.
Yeah,
Now, guys, we're primarily a football show, and we know the NFL season is not officially with us, but it also never leaves us. And boy, oh boy, has there been some crazy
wheeling and
moves so
dealing,
far.
and reneging.
Oh my God. I think the Ravens have lost a lot of teams' respect in the NFL for how they handled this Max Crosby situation. And I also want to touch on the Raiders themselves. If we can discuss winners and losers of free agency, The Raiders might be the biggest winner of this free agency so far. I
Right
mean, they
now, yeah, it's hard to argue.
picked up Quay Walker, N'Kobe Dean, Jalen Naylor. Obviously, now they're retaining Max Crosby. They did, they are going to forfeit that Ravens pick back to Baltimore, of course. But oh my goodness, the Raiders on defense now look like a powerhouse.
And I read something today. The Ravens GM says he's quote gutted that the Crosby deal fell through because they were planning on pairing him with Hendrickson. Bull fucking shit. No freaking way. They pulled out of
No,
the deal when Hendrickson said, "Yeah, I'll go to Baltimore."
yeah, because they could get their first round pick back. They're like, oh shit, we can get Hendrickson and keep our first round pick. Yeah, we're going to do that because they could pay Hendrickson a shit less than they're going to pay Crosby.
And keep their first round pick. That's fair. The crazy thing is the
I mean, it makes
third.
sense from their perspective, but it looks shady as hell.
Yeah, no, it does. It absolutely does.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you guys were saying. I mean, it was the third craziest thing that happened last night. So I've been catching up on in like the hours so leading up to the show. But yeah, it's wild how they handled it. But I mean, the Raiders, I mean, they're getting to they're gonna have the number one pick, like Casey was saying. They're looking stacked now, so I'm interested. I mean, they kind of brought Pete Carroll in to, I guess, lose. I guess was the. I mean, he got one
That's what it
year.
seems like.
I
That's what
mean,
it seems like.
you're right.
Brady
It's
must be having like sipping on some kind of cognac after the day.
And then obviously Gino now back with the Jets.
Th- of all teams for him to go to, of all teams,
Oh, oh my God. I'm so glad we're on this show right now.
the the
Justin,
Jets of all teams.
Justin, your Patriots signed Romeo Dobbs, okay?
Yep,
And I don't
and
know if you
Calvin
remember. Hold
Byard.
on. Yes, that's a good pickup. Byard's a really good pickup. As far as the dogs, I wanted to touch base with specifically you on this one
Sure.
because you were on the show when I talked about this before. You remember how Nick and I were telling you we have a buddy that said Drake May is the combination of Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, right?
In some fashions, yes, I remember saying
Okay.
that. Yeah.
This same guy is now going on record saying Romeo Dobbs is better than CeeDee Lamb.
Bullshit. Oh my god, what is he smoking?
That's what I said.
What is he smoking? Dobbs is an upgrade over Steph Diggs. I would argue.
Yes.
I would say he's
Yes.
a
I think,
definite
yeah.
upgrade.
Yes.
He's a definite upgrade.
He's not CeeDee Lamb, bro.
He's no, he's not CeeDee Lamb. No, 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 no. Can he be elevated to a CeeDee Lamb level if Drake has an MVP quality type year again? Maybe, but
Possibly.
no,
We don't know Romeo's ceiling. That's possible. But he's not right now.
no, now, no, not even close.
I just thought that was ridiculous. I had to tell you that because you were on the show when we were talking when Nick and I were talking about him saying he Drake Mays, Mahomes, and Rodgers. Same guy said it.
No, no.
But truthfully, I think Dobbs is a good pickup for you. Truthfully,
Dobbs is
not
a
as
good
good as the
pickup.
Byard. Not as good as the Byard sign. That's phenomenal.
The
But
Byard sign was because, especially with Jalen Hawkins leaving for Baltimore, I think that was a great pickup to shore up that end of things.
yes,
The pick of Vera Tucker for the offensive line, which I think is also good. Pickup. They shipped off Garrett Bradbury
to the Bears.
the Bears, which means Jared Wilson is going to go back to center, which is his natural position, which I'm absolutely okay with. That's where he was actually played when he played at Georgia, so that's where he actually thrives. Vera Tucker is injury prone, but he's an upgrade.
Yeah, no, I think New England's had a pretty decent offseason so far.
It's been kind of sneaky quiet until the Byard signing, I would say.
Yeah,
I wouldn't necessarily call that a blockbuster move, but it's a significant.
He's a Pro Bowl caliber safety, though.
He had the most interceptions in the last 3 years. Yes.
I think that's a really good signing.
I mean, you
I
pair
don't
him with
hate
Christian Gonzalez on either side, and Jeff.
I don't hate Dallas's trading for Rashawn Gary. I thought that was very nice to shore up their pass rush.
That was good. Just
Um,
Cowboys made a few trades today, actually.
yeah, they traded OC Odigizua for a third-round pick, which makes sense because Dallas is switching to a 3-4. OC
Yep.
doesn't fit that scheme. So I fully get that. And they traded Solomon Thomas to the Titans for a seventh. We are loaded with picks this draft.
Yeah.
And I really like the Jalen Thompson safety signing from Arizona. I really like that.
Yeah.
You know who's been the big
Kyler
losers?
Murray is meeting with the Vikings on Thursday. That's how is Nick going to
That's
handle
wild.
that?
Nick would love it. He knows Kyler's better than JJ McCarthy.
And what do you guys make of Mike Evans changing bays?
Oh man,
I
what
wasn't
is it with?
shocked.
I wasn't shocked, but what is it with San Francisco wanting old talent? I mean, they're Mike Evans is a very nice receiver, borderline Hall of Fame when he retires, but he is well past his prime.
Yeah, he's right now. He's at the point of can you get 10 games out of him in a year?
Yeah, absolutely agree. In which they, with all the injuries that always happen with San Fran, I don't think they probably will get 10 games out of him. But
Not likely.
man, so I'm conflicted when it comes to the Chiefs this offseason because look
Yeah,
at everything they lost on defense, but they also signed Kenneth Walker, which is huge. But they
right.
lost Trent McDuffie, Quinn Cook,
Jalen
who
Watson.
Jalen Watson. Like they lost 4 premier defensive starters, but also signed the Super Bowl MVP. I'm very conflicted on how I feel so far
They
about the
picked
Chiefs
up Carlos
offseason.
Tonga from us. That's a good run stopping pick.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
He has Tonga was a little injury prone this year, but he was solid when it came to playing a kind of a gimmick fullback as well as run blocking.
Yeah,
So it's a good pickup.
not a bad pickup. No, not at all. I think the Rams have had a very good offseason so far. They shored up that secondary. That is top tier
And we
now.
retained Cam Curl as well. So
Yeah. Your secondary is a problem now.
and our line was already a problem. Our team is good, man. I think we're gonna. I think it's what do we give up? A first, a third, and I believe a fifth this year, and then a third next year for Trent
Yeah.
McDuffie, and then we signed Jalen Watson. We retain Cam Curl. We're gonna retain Tyler Higbee. Stafford's gonna be fucking what
38.
38, some shit like that. So I don't know,
Picked
man.
up
I
Jalen
just
Watson. You got Joe Cardona. He's a great long snapper. I'm surprised. I forgot he left the Patriots. He was with the Dolphins last year.
Now, you guys do know who's had the worst offseason so far, I think. That would be the Philadelphia Eagles.
It would be so choice if one of our teams. I really don't care if they were to somehow swipe up, get AJ Brown off of their hands, just to freaking bury it in their face.
Oh man,
It will never
Roseman
be the
is
Cowboys. They're never going to trade with the Cowboys for AJ Brown.
no,
Ever.
no, God, no. And no offense to AJ, we don't need him.
No, you don't.
We don't need him at
You
all.
don't
We
need
have
him.
Lamb and Pickens.
I'll take him.
You need him. You need him.
I mean, you put Dobbs, Brown, Williams, Hollins. That's a good lineup.
Yeah, that's very good.
where's
But
Stephon
look at who
going?
they've lost. I don't know yet.
Yeah,
Probably to prison.
trying to see who the. For one reason, my app is having a hard time finding like departures and pickups for some reason. I don't know why. But
look at all that Philly's lost. They lost Nakobe Dean. They've lost Reed Blankenship, who went to the Texans. Holy, that defense is going to be special.
Yeah. They broke up the white what do they call them? The Fantastic Whites.
I will say signing Tariq Woolen was a good signing for Philly. Now they're going to have Cooper DeJean and Tyreek Woolen. That's a really
Good
strong
combo.
corner
That's a
combo.
good combo.
Um, Giants made some good moves this offseason.
I would say by and large, Philly's got to be the biggest loser so far in free agency, and the Raiders have to be the biggest winner
Well,
overall.
you got yeah, because obviously the Raiders they picked up Tyler Linderbaum too, who outside of Creed Humphrey is the best center in football.
Yeah.
Like the Raiders just got good pick after good pick after good pickup all the way around. And I still think a Crosby trade is coming. I don't think he's going to stay with the Raiders. I think a Crosby trade is coming. I just don't know to who at this point.
It'll happen before the. I mean, it has to obviously happen before the deadline. That's stupid for me to say, but I think it will happen before the deadline. I don't think he's going to make it to free agency.
No, it'll happen before the draft. It'll either happen before or on draft day.
Do you think? I mean, they'll probably get a haul for him. That whole thing is crazy how it played out to me. The kids in the underprivileged countries trying on their Max Crosby jerseys right now, Baltimore Ravens. So that's a crazy situation how it played out, man. And especially with Jesse Minter coming into Baltimore, and now he's gonna have. I mean, like you guys were saying, like it was a lie saying that they wanted to pair him up, you know, together.
Yeah,
So
complete horseshit.
As of right now, the top players left on the free agency board as of right now are Rasheed Walker, Kyler Murray, Jawan Jennings, Taylor Decker, I should say, Steph Diggs, Joey Bosa, Joel Paterno, Jaquan Brisker, Aaron Rodgers, and Kirk Cousins, according to ESPN.
I'm surprised Joey Bosa hasn't gotten a spot yet.
He's been injury prone for the last 3 years. That's probably this problem.
Oh, it is, and I'm sure he's probably asking for a little bit too much. But when healthy, he's still an effective pass rusher. He could be useful to a lot of teams still.
Are the Raiders still, if they're going to hold firm at their 2 first round pick asking price, will they ask you too much for Max Crosby?
true for what are they asking for
Yes.
a first this year and a first next year?
Yeah, last I knew.
That's a lot, no matter who it
Especially with
is.
how the trade fell apart. I think that will look bad if they were still holding on to that.
Yeah, especially because that trade fell apart. They probably should lower it to a first this year and a second next year, and then I think they'd have a lot of bites,
Yeah, or a first and 2/3.
something like that. They'd have a lot of bites at that point. I feel.
Two firsts is a lot. It don't matter what the player is. I mean, goddamn, it could be okay. Mahomes, you probably give it up for, but I mean, a lot of other really good players in the NFL, you still would give up for two first round picks,
Mike
especially
Ditka
depending on where
traded
those
an
picks are going
entire
to be.
draft Ricky
For Ricky
Williams.
Williams, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
he was trying to save his ass with the Saints at that time for real.
that was his first year there.
Was it
Yeah, it
really?
was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no shit.
He walked into the door and trades the entire fucking draft to draft one guy, and he turned out to be a bust.
We got 9 minutes, by the way. Yeah, no,
no, no, no, no, no,
Bust
no.
for the Saints.
whoa, what did you say? Ricky Williams was a bust?
For the Saints.
He wasn't bad for the Saints. He didn't turn out till he was in Miami.
He was pretty good when he was with the Saints. It. I hate the word bust because
For
that
what
to
he
me
was
is like
for his expectations coming out of college, he was a bust.
he wasn't Trent Richardson level bust.
No, he wasn't Trent Richardson level bust, nor was he Jamarcus Russell level bust. No.
No, not at all.
I thought Trent Richardson was going to be a problem.
Yeah, me too.
I really
We all,
did.
we all did.
That one surprised me. And then Mark Ingram ended up carving out what like a 10 year, and then Derrick Henry. And, Alabama didn't have a Heisman winner until I think 20 what 10 with Mark Ingram, and now they have like five.
Which team do you think has the most egg on their face right now based on how on their moves or lack of moves besides Philly?
Besides Philly,
Besides Philly.
oh man, probably you got to look at Baltimore as one for sure.
I would argue
Um,
Miami because they have not addressed their quarterback situation.
Hmm.
If you want to make the case for Malik Willis, you can. I'm not going to make that case, but I
Dude,
get it. Yeah, Miami, Baltimore. I know they're the Super Bowl champions, but look at Seattle and everything they've lost.
they kind of stood pat for a lot of things. I mean, you let Kenneth Walker walk out to the Chiefs of all teams.
And
And
way overpaid for Raheem Shaheed.
and then Reek Woolen too.
Tariq Woolen, he's gone. There's a lot more than him. The players are escaping me for some reason. I feel bad about it. There's a lot more than that.
Okay, who would you say are the biggest winners besides the Raiders?
The
That's hard
Rams,
because
the Rams for sure.
Rams are up
Uh,
there.
Rams are definitely up there. Hmm.
Maybe the Niners, but then again, it feels weird saying the Niners had a good offseason so far. There's been a lot of moves.
And they picked up Oseo Digazua, Mike Evans. Yeah, I mean, you could. That's fair to say the Niners. Like, that's not a bad name to
Wouldn't
drop
say that
there.
they're like by and large, like yes, they are a winner, but you kind of have to feel good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made some good moves. I wouldn't by no means say that we. I mean, especially with all we gave up for McDuffie. I mean, that's still going to be kind of TBD.
No, I think it's clear as day as far as like overall winners right now. It's the Raiders.
Yeah.
I don't know. As far as yeah, I'd say the Raiders. Niners, I mean, we'll see. I still like the Mike Evans edition, regardless of how old he is. But what I was gonna say was the
That's a pickup too, but it just feels like okay. Mike Evans is so injury prone, and San Francisco players in general are injury prone.
I
Yeah.
don't know what Atlanta's trying to do, man. I mean, they have the talent. They just got they're a move or two away. I mean, they got the weapons. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously we've joked around saying like 7 years that Kyle Pitts is gonna be next year's gonna be his breakout year. But come on, what are they doing at quarterback, Atlanta?
Well,
Tua?
considering how they signed Tua to a veteran minimum 1 year contract, Michael Penix is going to be the starter.
Yeah,
But why do they keep bringing in veterans? Like,
So I think
they're a
what they're
washed up
doing.
veteran like Tua.
It's a smart move though,
It is a
because
smart
Tua,
move because you're not breaking the bank for a guy who was demanding a multi like like a
not
9 figure contract.
not only that, it's a mechanical signing too, because Tua is left-handed, as is Michael Penix. So I think it's going to be helping
that's
with
fair.
development of. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be help with development of Penix. It's going to have better because Tua, above anything else, he's a very accurate quarterback, and I think he's going to be able to help Penix with that greatly.
Accurate, yes. Pocket presence, no.
No, but that's not what Penix needs work on. He needs to work on his accuracy, and that's what Tua can help him with.
That's fair.
You know, only 10% of the people in the world are left-handed. I used to hate playing against left. I mean, just anything in general when you're talking about left-handed. I think that's a really good point that I think it was Casey that brought it up. It's so hard just to draw stop at anything left-handed because you're doing everything backwards. And yeah, I mean, I mean, how many QBs in the NFL are lefty? Th Three, four? There's not many. I mean,
If
as
I
far
was in
as
the
right
if I
I
was
now,
in
think
the
at one
NFL,
point
I'd be
Michael
running.
Vick was the only left-handed quarterback.
If I was in the NFL, you'd add another one.
you're lefty.
I'm technically ambidextrous, but I do every sport with my left. I bat left. I throw a football with my left. I put my glove on the right hand, and I throw
You
the
put your
baseball with my
glove
left.
on your right hand, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, and then I
That's
throw the baseball with my left hand. Um, the only thing that I do with my right hand is write
that you're gonna
with a
say
pencil.
crank the hog.
I did too.
Yeah, no, that's wild, man. Like I used to, cause it gotta get my defensive stance. But if you're guarding somebody going to the left, you're pushing off your left foot. That's so awkward. Like at least for me, like I don't have no type of, I'm pushing off my left. It feels unsure as it is. So I think, yeah, though that could definitely have an advantage. I mean, I wasn't it wasn't the worst signing in the world, but I guess it's a
No,
solid
I
backup. I mean, and he's not going to get
yeah.
any concussions because he'd be on the bench. So,
This is true.
And then, I mean, I guess you always want to have a backup plan because I did start to think what would happen if Stafford got hurt in the playoffs, and we would have had Jimmy G come in. Not the worst backup in the world. Who's the Patriots backup, by the way?
Right
Josh
now,
Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs and Tommy DeVito.
Imagine you would have had to deal with that in the Super. Man, that Super Bowl. Like to
I'd
be.
rather have Josh Dobbs than Jimmy G.
That's fair. Yeah, Jimmy G. I'm cat over him at this point, but the Super Bowl for me is kind of like exactly what I expected. The Patriots, and I'm not. This isn't like any shot. This is me just kind of speaking on it. You know, Seattle just seemed like a way better team. No shot on the Patriots, and the
We
fact that
said
the
it 3
Patriots.
weeks before the game even happened. If we were to make it to the Super Bowl, we weren't gonna win.
No, I mean for me, I mean it's just the fact. Like I think going up all week, we kind of knew Seattle was gonna win. I was hoping for something unexpected, but as soon as the game started, like you realized, I don't know. It's just,
Overmatched. They were just
it,
they were completely overmatched.
yeah, it's just one of those things, man, where it just felt so weird to me that they were in the Super Bowl. I mean, honestly, I'm not they won the games. It is what it is. Like it's
Well,
sports. You're gonna have
it's
injuries. You're gonna
because
have field conditions. It happens. I don't.
look, it's because I said it before. It was the weakest AFC conference in the last 10 to 15 years, bar none. It's a fact.
Which honestly puts whose fault is the fact that the Super Bowl and the Patriots ended up going to the Super Bowl? Really, Josh
Whoever the
Allen.
It's the
fuck
rest of,
broke.
Josh
yeah,
Allen.
Josh Allen.
No
Yeah, it
bogus
is.
getting hurt.
No, Josh Allen would have beaten the Broncos had he not been playing stupid.
Would
That's
he have
true.
gone into
And
Gillette and won? I think the
He
Broncos
yes,
would
would
have.
have beaten. I
I
think the
honestly
Broncos
think
would
yes.
he
have
would
beaten New
have.
England in Denver. Broncos would have.
No, Buffalo would have won that game if they were in Gillette. Buffalo would have won, I think.
Fair.
That's just me, but
But yeah, I just don't. That game we were just so completely overmatched. And again, am I happy with how the game ended? Of course not. But did I honestly expect to win? No.
That's fair. That was a good first part of the show. Even though it's not football season, we always find something to cook.
are we doing a second part? It's almost 9 on my end here now.
Yeah, we can do a little part. We can do a little fun game and then get off. It don't have to be a long one.
One quick thing before we get off of this one. Uh Casey, are we
What
a
up, big
one
dog?
and done Hockey East playoffs?
No,
You think we beat BC tomorrow?
I do.
Well,
I
on
do.
Friday.
Friday. But yes, I do.
Ooh, that's the Garden to get shellacked by Connecticut.
No, we're gonna beat Connecticut too.
You think we're going to the tournament? I
Yep.
don't